Oh, buddy. Time for more reruns, rerun episodes. You could look back and try to find them or just rewatch them here. Josh DUHAMEL probably going to talk about his show Buddy Games. Guess what? Probably going to get canceled. Irrelevant. Maybe they edited it out. Watch out for the clever edit. If this is the Mark thing, this happened when one of my friends was in surgery. This was like in August. They're replaying an interview from August where Mark goes around the city and goes to like an Italian restaurant he likes. Tracy Morgan, 155, April 11th. You know the deal, season 2. Thank you for joining Fill in the Blanc and wasting an hour with me.
Watch Robbie Basewall on ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
I don't recommend him.
Discover You.
Don't discover
in
you.
Hamilton County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Discover You.
With masturbation.
County, Indiana. It's closer than you think. Plan your getaway at Visit Hamilton County.
That's right. Just take a left around the bush.
It's tax time. You're guaranteed a refund.
Screw you with your tax time. Enjoy Tracy Morgan, a repeat interview. They're all repeat interviews. Okay, you can watch this guy.
Watch Robbie Basewall on ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 5.
It's live with Kelly and Mark. Today, Tracy Morgan. And from Buddy Games, Josh DUHAMEL. Plus, Mark takes us on the tour of all of his favorite New York spots. Also, actress turned author Tiffani Thiessen. All next on Live. And now, here are Kelly Ripa and Marcus
Stop dancing, please.
I mean, who doesn't like Thursday, April 11th, 2024.
Today is National Pet Day.
Oh,
So celebrating those pets. We love our 2 doggies,
Lena and Chewy.
Lena and Chewy. I'm so glad that we adopted them.
Oh my gosh,
We
me
have
too.
those dogs. How most people
If you notice, Chewy is looking in a different direction than Lena. Lena's actually looking at the camera. Chewy's staring off into the corner of a wall at a piece of like broken lamp. Rest in peace, Chewy. Remember, I predicted he'll die before the end of the year.
Chewy. I'm so glad that we adopted them.
Oh my gosh,
We
me
have
too.
those
And they're both
dogs.
going to cry their eyes out, and they're going to milk their crying and their emotions for money and views and go viral. And they'll probably submit that to the Emmys to try to, as their submission for daytime talk show Emmy for daytime talk show of the year. And they're going to they're going to have a show dedicated to Chewy, and they'll talk about memories and stories and show old pictures, and they'll throw all their fucking family private shit on us, like we all want to share this with them. And it's going to be so fucking embarrassing for them that they can't just keep this private. They're going to just assume, well, everyone's going to want to listen to a whole hour of us talking about our dog. No, we don't. It'll probably happen like right after Halloween. He'll have a heart attack from getting scared from someone he can't see, from someone he won't see or hear coming. Someone will just touch him.
Celebrating those pets. We love our 2 doggies,
Lena and Chewy.
Lena and Chewy. I'm so glad that we adopted them.
Oh my gosh,
We
me
have
too.
those dogs. How most people, how are we going to celebrate our pets today? Are we going to give them a little extra snack, a little?
Oh, are you going to let them have snacks all of a sudden?
No. I remember Lena has a
Lena has
Sensitive.
IBS. I'm not kidding. We didn't even know dogs could have that. But we have a special dog, and
Yeah.
she has that. And Chewy's on an old dog diet. So both of our dogs have very bland.
It's very interesting because you had to explain that you were serious. Most times I would say, you don't got to tell us that you're being serious. But with Kelly, you do, because a lot of times Kelly says a joke. Because this is what happened with Kelly. Kelly does the opposite. Kelly tells jokes and then no one laughs. But then also at the same time, Kelly will say something that is serious and then people laugh. So people laugh when Kelly's not joking, but when she tries to tell a joke, no one laughs. So you actually need her to kind of differentiate and explain to you whether something she said is a joke or not. So when people laugh, she's like, "Oh, I'm not joking." Well, we don't know. Sometimes you tell jokes and we don't laugh. You know.
I'm not kidding.
And you get mad.
We didn't even know dogs could have that. But we have a special dog, and she has that.
Of course you can.
And Chewy's on an old...
Dude, IBS is not a fucking human being thing. It's an asshole thing. And guess what all creatures on this earth have? Fucking assholes. What makes you think IBS is a human being thing? It's a colon thing. It's an intestine thing. It's a fucking anus thing. The anus, you asshole. Come on, ignorant asshole.
Lena has IBS. I'm not kidding. We didn't even know dogs could have that. But we have a special dog, and she has that. And Chewy's on an old dog diet. So both of our dogs have very bland, very strict diets.
And then we put the food down, they look at us like...
Really? This is the best you can come up with? I've never seen two dogs so unmotivated.
Yeah, Chewy was fed table food early on. And so she is...
Stop pointing to me. We had a dog trainer who taught us to give her table food.
No. Okay. Goldfish.
Tomorrow on the show, I will bring in a video of Mark cooking Chewy a steak on her birthday.
Oh, that's right.
And feeding it to her.
That's right.
Thank you so much. And then I'll show you a video of Mark giving Chewy a cheeseburger. Okay?
Anyway, she has the taste for human food. She's always, early on, she just loves it. And now she makes no bones about it. Mm-hmm. She'll be on top of it. If she can see, if we leave a chair.
Here's a little fucking clue, you dumb fucking box of bricks in the head. Okay, you dim fucking light bulb in a waste of a chandelier at a crack dealer's trailer park meth smoker's garage sale. Okay, that's right. There are no garages at a trailer park, but you'll probably say that's the truth and give me a fucking stupid t-shirt that I'm going to do nothing but wrap around my waist and fart on at fucking concerts in the middle of fucking Nebraska. Cornfield festivals. There's my fart going on your fucking face on my shirt. Ugly, fucking most expensive toilet paper ever is your Stump Mark shirt. When you say that she has a taste for human food, let me tell you something. All right, you dumb box of bricks. All dogs have a taste for human food. All dogs like human food. It's not her. He's fucking singling her out like, well, our dog tends to really like human food. She's got a taste for it. All dogs do that. It's not your dog. It's every fucking single dog. And it just goes to show that when he's cooking a steak for Chewy and feeding her cheeseburgers, you know what he's doing? And I'm not even lying. He is killing her. He is trying his best to kill her. It's like a guy that wants to die but doesn't have enough balls to just shoot himself in the head or jump off a building. He wants to kill himself. So he turns to alcoholism and just starts like drinking bottles of booze every day, like Nicolas Cage in the movie Leaving Las Vegas. He just wants to kill himself slowly. And that's the only way he could do it. So he just starts drinking booze, hoping he'll die in the next like 5 years because he doesn't want to live, but he doesn't want to like die tonight. He wants Chewy to die, but he's not just going to stab Chewy or choke it or suffocate it, right? So he starts feeding it like human food and steaks and red meat and stuff that he knows is not good for her. Probably gives the dog chocolates when Kelly's not looking, hoping that it's going to mess up her system so she'll maybe develop something and she'll die in the next 2 or 3 years. Instead of giving her good food, healthy food that'll hopefully could make her extend her life to 22, 25 years old even. There's dogs that live to be that old. So he's purple. Let me ask you this. How come he doesn't feed Lena cheeseburgers and steaks, right? Because that's not good for her. That's not good for her. That's not healthy for her. That might lead to heart disease and she might die early. And I want her to live as long as possible. But hey, Chewy, happy birthday. I love you, Chewy. Here, I'm going to cook you a steak. That's how much I love you. That's like if my dad told me that he loves me so much, he's going to fucking spoon feed me 10 fucking sticks of butter for my birthday meal. Like, what the fuck is that? That's not good. Here, it's just fucking butter. Eat it. I know you like putting butter on things. Yeah. So here's 10 sticks of butter. Eat it all for dinner.
Diet. So
that's like if my mom and dad fucking served me 10 sticks of butter for my birthday meal. Like, you're trying to kill me. And here, for dessert, here's a plastic bottle of vodka. Here's a plastic bottle full of cheap Russian vodka. Don't ask me what the ingredients are because I can't read Chechny. Come on, man. He's killing your fucking dog. He literally hates that dog. That's how evil he is.
Lena has.
That's how evil he is. But Kelly is blinded by his muscles and dark skin because that's all she wants is a trophy husband. Dumb as a box of bricks, but all she wants is the stick. El palito, she calls it. Look it up.
I'm not kidding. We didn't even know dogs could have that.
Well, I'm not
But
kidding
we have
either.
a special dog, and she has that. And Chewy's on an old dog diet. So both of our dogs have very bland, very strict diets.
And then we put the food down, they look at us like,
really? This is the best you can come up with? I've never seen two dogs so unmotivated.
yeah, Chewy was fed table food early on. And so she is.
Stop pointing to me. We had a dog trainer who taught us to give her table food.
No. Okay. Goldfish.
Tomorrow on the show, I will bring in a video of Mark cooking Chewy a steak on her birthday.
Oh, that's right.
And feeding it to her.
That's right.
Thank you so much. And then I'll show you a video of Mark giving Chewy a cheeseburger. Okay?
Anyway, she has the taste for human food. She's always, early on, she just loves it. And now she makes no bones about it. Mm-hmm. She'll be on top of it. If she can see, if we leave a chair out, she'll jump on the chair and get on the table.
I always tell this story, when Anderson and Benjamin first had Wyatt. It was his first Thanksgiving, and it was during the pandemic. And so people had like these social bubbles, like everybody that sort of worked together or knew each other really only saw each other and didn't go outside of that bubble, if you think back in time. And so since we were seeing each other, we decided to have Thanksgiving together. You were in Vancouver, yes. So it was the kids and me. And
so Mark was in Vancouver all alone on Thanksgiving, probably getting a blowjob from a French hooker and eating like poutine, watching fucking porn and fucking Italian porn and soccer on his 2 TV sets with the bunny ear antennas, telling everyone how he misses them. And then once the Zoom meeting ends, he's like, fuck yeah, get the Vaseline, Chewy. And then the hooker's like, what are you calling me Chewy? That is not my name. My name is Margarita. No, Chewy. Get the peanut butter. I'm going to show you something. No, not Chewy. Mark calls it. He's like, get the Vaseline. He's like, oh, I love you so much. He's telling you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. This is going to be the worst Thanksgiving ever without you. I love you. I miss you. I'll think of you. We'll make it up next year. Okay. All right. And then the minute the Zoom ended calls, he goes, finally. Hey, go get the peanut butter, Lena. And then the French hooker's like, so why do you call me Lena? My name is not Lena. My name is Marcella. No. That's not what I paid you for. You know what the contract says. You know what the contract says, Lena. Go get the peanut butter. I'm going to show you what Daddy likes. And why do I have to wear this black fur coat? Because I'm paying you an extra $3,500 to wear the black coat. Put the black coat on, get on your knees, and go call me Tiger Woods and put that peanut butter on my golf balls. Oh, fuck, my balls. Oh, shit. Oh, thank you, Lena. Merci beaucoup. Get the hell out of here. The soccer match is starting. Ooh, I like a soccer. I didn't pay you to watch soccer with me. You're done. Get out of here. I'll call Ramada Inn security. Dude.
She'll be on top of it. If she can see, if we leave a chair out, she'll jump on the chair and get on the table.
I always tell this story, when Anderson and Benjamin first had Wyatt. It was his first Thanksgiving, and it was during the pandemic. And so people had like these social bubbles, like everybody that sort of worked together or knew each other really only saw each other and didn't go outside of that bubble, if you think back in time. And so since we were seeing each other, we decided to have Thanksgiving together. You were in Vancouver, yes. So it was the kids and me and Anderson and Benjamin and a new baby in the house. And we were all so excited that a baby was Thanksgiving, a baby. It was like amazing, right? And so Wyatt comes in and he looks adorable, and the kids run over and I run over and we all gather around him, and he's just the sweetest, most beautiful baby, and we're making him smile, and all of a sudden I hear Benjamin go, uh-oh, and I turn around and there's Chewy standing in the middle of the dining room table eating the ham. Just going to town on the ham.
Does not care.
Does not care. And when I was like, Chewy, no.
Time to drink. You know the Kelly Mark drinking game. Whenever someone says something and then the other person, the spouse, repeats exactly word for word what they say because they're unoriginal, you got to take a shot. So Kelly was telling a story, and it's a double shot because Mark interrupted Kelly while she's speaking, like he always does. She'll start talking, and he either tries to finish her sentence, or he, oh God, that's what Chewy looks like when Mark tries to make him lick the peanut butter off Tiger Woods' golf balls. He basically, he either tries to finish her sentence or finish her story or just interrupts her. So that's a drink, but then also because she repeated back what he said, that's a drink. So you got to take 2 shots because he said, not a care in the world. And she goes, not a care in the world, which that's not what she was going to say. But she just copies what that's like TV. That's like cheesy, superficial daytime TV university knowledge. That's what they teach you at cheesy, terrible daytime TV college.
Of the dining room table, eating the ham. Just going to town on the ham.
Does not care.
Does not care.
Like,
Chewy, no. She was like, oh yes. did not like make a break for it. Was like, no, I'm gonna stand here until you pull me off of the table.
And Lena, on the other hand, has no interest whatsoever.
Yeah, Lena does not like table food.
Does not wonder what it tastes like.
Yeah,
I guess Chewy knows how good it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. There's this really funny article about, I know Audrey has Frenchies. Anybody here have French Bulldog owners?
Nope.
No? Oh, that's so weird.
Oh, that's so cute.
Because yesterday's audience, it was all French Bulldogs. Anyway, they're saying that humans love Frenchies because they remind them of human babies.
Aww.
And I guess I never really thought about it before, but they are adorable in that human baby way.
They're really cute. I mean, they're really, really cute dogs.
They are the cutest.
Yeah.
So cute.
Yeah. How many parenting wins do most people celebrate in a week?
Depends on how old the kids are.
It does, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Would you say more wins when they're younger or less wins when they're younger?
I think lots of wins when they're younger. Lots of victories there.
Just degrees of losing later on.
And then later on, you just you're like, okay, we're batting 200 this week.
Right.
Next week, we can hope for an improvement.
The average parent has a whopping 190 parenting wins and 218 cave-ins a year, new research suggests.
And what are they describing as a cave-in?
Let's see. Top 3 wins, let's start with the wins, are when their kid takes care of their hygiene, because they're personally invested in that.
Okay.
Gets dressed on time for school. Eats fruits and vegetables, so eats a good
So we had good
diet.
wins in that area.
Top 3 cave-ins.
Okay.
Letting their kid eat foods and snacks that they want. 21%. Letting them have dessert before dinner. 18%. And giving them a device during mealtime. Device during mealtime. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Is that bad?
Well, some
It's
people,
bad?
you try not to all the time, but sometimes if you want to take them to a restaurant.
Also, new fashion staples. I guess I didn't realize they had gone anywhere, but apparently briefcases made a brief exit from society, and they're coming back.
Oh, the briefcase.
Art, I see you're there with your
Art,
trusty
right.
briefcase. I see you every
You
day
never
with your.
lost it.
Your briefcase never went anywhere.
How long have you had that briefcase?
Well, this one,
This one maybe like 37 years, but I've been carrying briefcases since I graduated college. So it's going on 50 years I've used a briefcase. See, now my generation, I don't want to speak for my generation, but me personally, I have substituted a briefcase for a backpack. I carry a backpack. If you want a job where I had papers, I stuck them in my backpack. I had like a dual backpack that had a big opening and then a side pocket so I could stick things in the middle and in the top, and it's easier because I can put it around my back, around my shoulders. Very convenient, very comfortable. I don't got to constantly hold on to something. With a backpack, I can use both hands at one time. With a briefcase, if you want to use both hands, you have to put your briefcase down, and then you risk what? Getting your briefcase stolen. Briefcases. Been helping drug dealers get away with fentanyl sales for years. Been helping drug dealers for centuries. Been helping drug dealers for decades. Briefcases. Been selling fentanyl for decades. Been selling white drugs for decades. Come on, man.
I see you every day with your briefcase never went anywhere.
How long have you had that briefcase?
Well, this one, maybe 2 years.
And
the one before that, probably 15.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that a Gucci briefcase?
Pardon?
Is that Gucci?
No, I don't honestly know what this is.
Brooks Brothers.
Well, we've got to fix that.
This was a gift. So
Oh, it's a gift. Oh, it was probably expensive. Who gave it to you? You'll tell me later.
I'll tell you later.
I never did a briefcase. I mean, I guess I didn't have that type of job as an actor, really. So I think you always did.
You've played characters that have carried briefcases.
Yeah, no, it always felt a little. Definitely played characters in briefcases. It always felt a little strange.
Really?
No, I wasn't used to, like, it didn't feel natural.
You carry a backpack.
Always have.
Me too. I carry a backpack.
Yeah. I remember the day you switched over.
Let's clap
to
for backpacks.
A backpack.
Yeah.
You always had a bag or a thing.
I always carried a purse. And then one day I realized I needed
a gift. It was like a cash
I needed
gift.
2 purses. Like I was carrying so much stuff, I needed a purse and a tote. And then I did that show, American Housewife.
And they gave you a cast gift.
And the cast gift was a backpack
Yep.
with the American Housewife logo on it. And that has been my bag ever since.
Yep.
I can't go anywhere without it. It's my carry-on bag. It fits everything. It truly
You had
fits.
everything in there.
When you saw me, we were taking that airplane flight home, and Mark looked at me and he goes, "Are those bed linens?" And I go, "Yes." And I pulled out bed linens and I wrapped, the pillow they give you, I wrapped it in a satin pillowcase, and then I wrapped myself in a satin sheet. I took my travel game to the next level.
Yeah. We have an amazing show today.
Tracy Morgan is here.
Yes. We also have Josh DUHAMEL will be here.
And Mark takes us on a tour of his favorite places in New York. Your favorite places in New York?
Some of my favorite
Are these
places.
hidden spots that I don't know?
No, you're very well.
I'm very
spots,
familiar.
Yeah. And we also have Tiffani Thiessen on the show.
He's like, no, I would never show on TV all the places you don't know about. Oh, no. All the places you don't know about, I would never show on TV. Like the strip club, the underground place where you could go have sex, like at one of the abandoned railroad tracks in Queens. Trust me, he's got his secret places where there's girls. There's a secret place he goes to have drinks at where he's got a crush on one of the bartenders and he flirts with her. And he gives her a different name. He pays in cash only, says his name is Tyrone or his name is Hector or something, and he flirts with her, right? Probably lies about his age, says he's like 40. You'll never know about her or that bar, that speakeasy.
Spots that I don't know.
No, you're very well.
I'm very
spots,
familiar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also have Tiffani Thiessen on the show.
All right, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time for...
Let's say hello to Sherry Algie from Tucson, Arizona, who watches the show on KGUN. Hey there, Sherry. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, you know how we play this game. You have given us 2 statements. One is true, one is false. I have 60 seconds to decide which is the truth. If you stump me, you'll win this. And this. Here are your 2 statements. My husband and I grew up on the same street, or I was an extra on Yellowstone. All right. What's the name of the street where you and your husband grew up on?
Cooper Lane.
Say that again?
Cooper Lane.
Cooper Lane.
Cooper Lane. And how close were you guys?
Actually, that's the name of the guy that took my virginity, Cooper Lane. He went to Wichita State. He was a professor. He taught agriculture. listen, this is right here. He's messing up. I was an extra on Yellowstone. Since he cheats and he Googles and he goes to the computer, and because he gets these clues in advance, there's no reason why he shouldn't be Googling Yellowstone and finding out facts on the producers, season 1, season 2, and learning stuff about the seasons. Although that'd probably be too much information for his pea brain to retain. Look at fucking Kelly's face here. I can't fucking help this shit. You can't write this shit. But it's almost like, oh my God. But he should be memorizing stuff from season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just little tidbits, and he could probably just memorize some things and then ask her what season was she on, and then see if her answers match up. And if they don't, then she's busted. She's lying. But if they do match up, she still could be lying, but she could have just memorized stuff from that season, come up with a backstory like, oh, I was on season 3. This is what happened. I played this character because she was doing her own research. But you got to give yourself the chance. What husband did me and my street? What husband did you and your husband? What street did you and your husband grow up on? That's such a fucking, you don't know the answer to that anyway. So she doesn't have to do any work for that. She could just say Cooper Lane or Evergreen Terrace or, Ballsack Boulevard. And you'll be like, okay. And you have no idea. You'll just say, okay, like, what are you looking for? You have no idea if she's lying. You have to ask her a question where you know what the truth is. And that's why you ask her Yellowstone questions, because you could have done research. You can't do research on the street she grew up on or whether, you know what I mean? So she already messed up. I'm going to say that she was, that her husband and herself grew up on the same street is the truth, and an extra on Yellowstone is a lie. Just because I guess she could look up information to help that lie, but that might be the red herring that leads you to believe, oh, well, she could look up information on that, so she wouldn't lie about, she could look up information on that, so therefore that's a lie. So I'm going to see, right? But the truth is, that you can look up information on that, but but that ends up being the truth. So that could be the red herring. But I'm going to say the truth is that her husband and herself grew up on the same street. And he's already messing up by asking the wrong questions about the wrong option.
Husband grew up on
Cooper Lane.
So say that again.
Cooper Lane.
Cooper Lane.
Lane. And how close were you guys? Were you guys neighbors or just down the street or what?
4 houses apart.
And were you friends growing up?
Not really.
Did he used to pull your ponytails or anything?
Yes. He was one of those.
And where was this?
Hamilton, Montana.
Oh. Okay. And you were an extra on Yellowstone, right?
Right.
And where did they shoot that?
Hamilton, Montana.
That's correct.
Uh-huh. And did you get to interact or see any of the stars of the show?
No, it was Piper Parable. He was the only one that was on the set at the time.
Okay, that's exciting.
He was head of the protest group.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. You have any idea?
I have lots of ideas, but this is not my game.
Do you want to take a shot?
No.
You don't?
I don't.
All right, I'll go for it. I think that you and your hubby grew up on the same street.
Oh,
yes.
Yes.
Yes. Up your ass. That's 28 for the last 47.
Did you go see a taping of Yellowstone, or that was just a lie?
No, I did not go see it.
Okay, got it.
I love that you're like, did you go see it?
You don't go see a taping of Yellowstone. It's filmed on location in Montana. It's not there's no in-house studio audience. People don't buy tickets or don't line up in Montana to go stand outside and fucking Montana and watch a live taping. It's not like a fucking golf tournament. There aren't people going to watch Yellowstone like people go outside to Augusta, Georgia at the golf course to watch the Masters. You know what I mean? When they're filming Yellowstone, when they're filming a scene, there aren't 600 people off camera just standing there in the grass with binoculars watching. You don't go to a taping. What the fuck? You're truly a fucking one of a kind fucking R. You're a one of a kind fucking R word, and that R word is remedial. You dumb ass embarrassment to fucking all men and soap opera. You're just proving that people that are soap opera actors aren't real actors. And the reason why they do soap operas is because they can't do real acting. You are just a dumb box of fucking...
Sherry,
You are a wilted cardboard box filled with stuffed mud, with dry mud. Fucking dry mud that we call dirt, but I'm sure you call it dry mud. That is what your head is full of. You're just... I would be embarrassed to fucking have a spouse like you.
Go see a taping
Divorce his ass, Kelly.
Yellowstone, or that was just a lie?
No, I did not go see it.
Okay, got it.
I love that you're like, did you go see a taping of Yellowstone like it's a talk show?
I mean, she knew a lot about it.
Because it's filmed in the town that we visit every summer, which is where we both grew up.
Got it.
Well, you didn't win a mug or a T-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a great trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
I was born this way.
That's our virtual trivia dancer, Layla Smith from Ohio. All right, Deja, spin that wheel to see what Sherry's playing for. Okay. You're playing for a trip for two to the Western Harbor Castle, Toronto.
Ooh.
7 days, 6 nights in a deluxe Lakeview room. It includes breakfast daily, $200 daily food and beverage credit.
And now this is your favorite part where I imitate the dancer, and you guys rate me on a scale of 1 to 100. Except for if you're watching and you can't, that's because I put a non-voting ban on you.
Taping of Yellowstone like it's a talk show.
I mean, she knew a lot about it.
Because it's filmed in the town that we visit every summer, which is where we both grew up.
Got it.
Well, you didn't win a mug or a T-shirt, but you still have a chance to win a great trip. It's time for Warm It Up Travel Trivia.
That's our virtual trivia dancer, Layla Smith from Ohio. All right, Deja, spin that wheel to see what Sherry's playing for.
Ooh, Toronto, lucky you.
Okay. You're playing for a trip for two to the Western Harbor Castle, Toronto. 7 days, 6 nights in a deluxe Lakeview room. It includes breakfast daily, $200 daily food and beverage credit. It's a prize valued at $10,000. You have 20 seconds and only one guess, Sherry. Good luck.
All right, Sherry, here we go. We've had Dancing with the Stars pro Lindsay Arnold on the show. What did we say is the name of Lindsay's new daughter?
June.
Lena Vagina. Lena Mangina Consuelo.
Oh, Lindsay Arnold on the show. What did we say is the name of Lindsay's new daughter?
Jose.
June.
Yes!
Oh my God! How did you know that? Wait a minute! Oh my God! Are you watching our show and taking notes? That's unheard of. How did you know that? Oh my God! Let's give her 2 T-shirts and a little bit of peanut butter golf ball.
Congratulations! You and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Western Harbor Castle, Toronto. Escape to this vibrant waterfront hotel, offering the perfect balance of premium amenities and prime location. Located in downtown Toronto, the hotel offers direct access to many of the city's most noteworthy sites and attractions. Guests will enjoy contemporary accommodations, dynamic restaurants and bars, picturesque views, and so much more. Your prize is valued at approximately $10,000.
Congratulations. Now you get to meet the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive a Roomba vacuum from iRobot. So please pick a number between 1 and 143.
113.
115. All right, Sherry, congratulations. Coming up next, Tracy Morgan is here. Stick around.
Still ahead online, Josh DUHAMEL, Tiffani Thiessen, a special tour of Mark's favorite places in New York. And coming up next, Tracy Morgan.
I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now there's Skyward.
And now, And now there's this Skyridden's medication. Only available in Canada, though.
Now, Tiffani Thiessen, a special tour of Mark's favorite places in New York. And coming up next, Tracy Morgan. I have moderate to severe Crohn's disease. Now,
Everybody gets the place to be. Oh.
His name is Ryan Seacrest.
I've seen this one. These are all reruns.
Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Listen up, listen up. On Monday's show, a newcomer on the scene is going to join us. His name is Ryan Seacrest. That's right.
Yes. We also have Brian Austin Green will be on the show.
And we try to break the record for the most balls caught on a Velcro suit in 1 minute by a team of 2. Okay, he's been making us laugh for years. His comedy special, Taking It Too Far, is out on Max. Please welcome a very funny guy, Tracy Morgan. The most balls.
Austin Green will be on the show.
And we try to break the record for the most balls caught on a Velcro suit in 1 minute by a team of 2. Okay, he's been making us laugh for years. His comedy special, Taking It Too Far, is out on Max. Please welcome a very funny guy, Tracy Morgan. Several things happening at once. First of all, you smell divine.
Well, my dad taught me that. Always put fragrances on. Women love a man that smell good and stay growing. So you gotta look good, and that's my biggest audience is the ladies.
Did you watch the U.S. Open this weekend at all?
No, I didn't.
Last past weekend?
I didn't
The
watch
guys were wearing the cutoff shorts.
Well,
just
things are
like-
changing. Things are changing.
Gosh, you look like you want to lick peanut butter off of Tiger Woods' golf balls wearing that shirt.
This is the lady.
Either that, or you look like an extra from like the lost season of Game of Thrones. A Game of Thrones extra or a groupie that wants to lick peanut butter off of Tiger Woods' little white golf balls. The sports equipment.
They grown. So you gotta look good, and that's my biggest audience is the ladies.
Did you watch the U.S. Open this weekend at all?
No,
Last weekend?
I didn't
The
watch
guys were wearing the cutoff shorts.
Well,
just
things are
like
changing. Things are changing. Well, my lady Yojana, she bought this for me, and it looks good on me.
It looks great on you.
Stop.
I feel like you're this close to freeing the nipple.
That's gonna stay tough. That's gonna stay tough.
You are a true native New Yorker.
Well, I don't call him the mayor, I call him E.
E.
That's my man. I'm his warrior. I'm
So
on his
you're
warrior.
tight like that.
Yeah, we good. I mean, his son was just with me at the Giants game, and I love New York. I love the Statue of Liberty. I think you gotta understand, it's New York City.
Yeah, of course.
It's New York City. Tracy, no, this is where the monkey fell off the building.
Yeah.
Tracy, I've seen you on the streets in one of your beautiful
I'm always out there. I'm
cars.
chilling,
Beautiful cars.
spreading love.
I saw you in Soho and you said, "Look! Look at my car!" You had what was that? A Bugatti?
I might have
Lamborghini.
I just spent $4 million on a LaFerrari too.
What?
So yeah, I have one in this month. Next week we're going to the Ferrari family is bringing me, my daughter, my son to Italy.
They should.
Yeah, so we're
They
gonna
should
hang out
let
with
you.
them.
They should.
If you spend $4 million on one of their cars, they should bring you.
I have one in Ferrari too.
What?
So, yeah, I spent $4 million on a LaFerrari too.
What?
So yeah,
What was that? A Bugatti?
I might have
Lamborghini.
I just spent $4 million on a LaFerrari too.
What?
So, yeah,
Come on, people.
spent $4 million on a LaFerrari too.
What?
So, yeah.
People, don't you know my favorite dried herb is thyme? I love the Statue of Liberty. You know, when they built King Kong, they said we go to New York City.
Look at my car! You had what was that? A Bugatti?
I might have
Lamborghini.
I just spent $4 million on a LaFerrari too.
What?
So yeah, I have one in this month. Next week we're going to the Ferrari family is bringing me, my daughter, my son to Italy.
They should.
Yeah, so we're
They
gonna
should
hang out
let
with
you.
them.
They should give you a.
Yeah, we're gonna. I gotta take my daughter. My daughter's my life.
Oh.
That's my baby. That's my stinker mama.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What's she into?
Oh, she likes sucking dick, primarily white boys. So I'm gonna take her to Italy to get a rich Italian white boy because these American white boys are either racist or they crazy.
It's bringing me, my daughter, my son to Italy.
Most of them
They
is
should.
both.
Yeah, so we're
They
gonna
should
hang out
let
with
you.
them.
They should give you a.
Yeah, we're gonna. I gotta take my daughter. My daughter's my life.
Oh.
That's my baby. That's my stinker mama.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What's she into?
She wants to be a marine biologist.
Do you think it's because I know you have all those aquariums?
Well, I have 8 tanks and I have a 20,000-gallon shark tank in the backyard for her.
So you think that maybe
She knows what every function, every animal in the tank does. So she wants to do that. She wants to know what lies beneath, and she wants to be a part of contributing to saving the system.
we need to?
We got to take care of the ocean. You have to take care of the ocean.
You know what else is great is when you have a shark tank in the backyard, it makes any potential boyfriends think twice about acting out.
Because they're going in the tank.
That's right.
Or girlfriends, because I think my daughter might be swinging both ways like Tarzan in a skirt. You know what I'm saying? I already got her pregnant once.
It makes any potential boyfriends think twice about acting out.
Because they're going in the tank.
That's right.
Hey, listen, Tracy, we need to take a break, all right? But when we come back, we're going to be talking about more and his special and doing stand-up. Hasn't been a long time. Stick around.
Still ahead of live, Josh DUHAMEL.
We're still going for that nice catch. We're still going for that perfect pizza. And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by...
Crazy people. Every little thing, this is my message
state of
to
mind.
you.
Visit sandals.com.
This girl in the sandals commercial, she shows side boob. I don't even think they realized they were showing her side boob, but maybe they did.
Relax into a Caribbean state of mind. Visit sandals.com or call. Relax into a Caribbean state of mind. Visit sandals.com or call 1-800-SANDALS.
It's hard for me to date women now because they all know I got money. Everybody know I got hit by the truck. Everybody know that. I thank the Lord it was Walmart, not Walgreens.
Tracy's comedy special, taking it too far, where he tackles subjects like childhood, his love life, and of course your life-changing accident. How far do you take it? Too far?
Well, sometimes when you want to have fun, you got to take it too far. You got to understand. 14 months after coming out of a coma, I hosted Saturday Night Live.
Wow. Right.
So I thank the Lord. Every morning when I wake up, I lift up my curtains. Even on a cloudy day, the sun might not be out, but it's up.
Yeah.
The rest is on me. And you know, I heard somewhere, life gives you chances and choices. You put more value on your choices because that could determine the outcome of your life. The choices you make. You think about it.
You're going to go on the road for a stand-up tour. Is there a tour bus? Is there, what?
I did a tour bus one time. I did a tour, a Mideast tour, and I went on a $2 million bus for 2 weeks. And it was one of the most fun I ever had in my career.
Do you still get nervous?
No, I get excited.
Excited.
People who get nervous can't wait for it to be over. People who get excited can't wait for it to start.
Oh, man. Will you come back and see us after the tour?
Come on, is that a trick question?
Yeah, Tracy Morgan's comedy special, Taking It Too Far, is streaming now on
Tomorrow on Live, Ryan Seacrest. We're about to go on a little adventure together.
Hulu on Disney Plus is now available.
I think we just found our new home.
Your favorites together like never before.
This is a destination spot.
For Disney Bundle subscribers, Hulu on Disney Plus is here. The Force Liquidation, every Mitchell Gold Bob Williams showroom, and now their one national warehouse, 50 to 80% off. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump.
Welcome back. And what a better way to share my love of this wonderful city with you than to hit the streets so you can see for yourself. I've been wanting to show you a couple of places that are both close to home and, well, close to my heart. Let's go. Hey, starting off with a bang. Believe it or not, one of my favorite places in New York is right here in our studio at 67th and Columbus. You've got Central Park down there. You've got Hudson River right down there. There you go, Mark. All right. Coffee guys over there. Thanks, guys. So many great memories right here in the studio. And speaking of memories, let's take a little walk down memory lane, right down to the river. 320 West 66th Street is where it all began. Oh, look, the moon's getting ready to do its thing, so why don't you take your ringside seat? This is where I started my career on All My Children. This is where I met my wife. And right there, in that window, I was here going over my lines for a screen test. My wife walks in right there with big rollers in her head, and she introduced herself, and she said, run as far as you can, because this is what they do to you. She had a big, this is where I met my wife, in this room. This building holds so much meaning for me. None of these buildings this way were there. Some things do change. Some things stay the same, and for good reason. Here we are, one of my favorite meals on the Upper West Side. A restaurant called Pomodoro. Soup in the bread. Look at that. You eat the soup and the bread.
And the bread? Get out of here.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Is that a bread bowl? I've never heard of one of those before. Oh, let me get. Oh, God. Great soap opera acting right
It
there.
wasn't just about the meals here that we would have during lunchtime and all the children.
If you're aspiring, here's a word of advice to all the aspiring actors. If you aspire to be a good, successful actor, watch this video so you know exactly what not to do. All right. If you want to be successful in the acting business, watch this and do the opposite of what Mark does. All right. This is what not to do to be successful and avoid being a talk show host that you only get the job thanks to your wife, that your wife has to hook you up. This is how you avoid having to rely on your wife to give you a job in your 50s. Because you're not talented.
Can we just get rid of this?
Yes, it does. You can leave.
The meals here that we would have during lunchtime and all the children.
You can end the segment.
This is
the table. This is Art's table. No, it's not, because Art's going to be at his real table, and he tells you that's his table because he lies to you.
Can we just get rid of this?
Yes, it does get better than this. You can end the segment.
That we would have during lunchtime and all the children. It was about the table. This is Art special table.
I'm reading something actually.
It was also about having lunch here and then our walk home. To here, 200 West 60th Street, our first apartment together. Let's go inside.
It looks so different.
We had a wall here. It's like a galley kitchen. Nice and open. This was our bedroom. Now, we had this apartment when when we were first married, and Kelly was pregnant with Michael. The little known thing is that I put in washer and dryer here. They had to shut down the building so I could do it. And they kept it. They thought it was a good idea. Look at that. It was nice back then, but this has obviously all been updated. The key to this apartment was the outdoor space. Amazing, just like I remember it. And I put a satellite dish. There it is. Oh my gosh. I did that. It's still here 25 years later. It's still there.
I know I'm dying, but I am smiling. I'm dying, but smiling, 'cause I met you. I'm dying, but smiling, 'cause I met you. I'm dying and smiling, 'cause I knew I met you. Hopes and illusions are falling, and I knew going. I might be hurting, but you're still beside me. I'm dying but smiling, 'cause I met you too. I'm glad that you met me and told me your name. I'm dying and smiling, 'cause I knew you too. Oh, great.
And they kept it. They thought it was a good idea. Look at that. It was nice back then, but this has obviously all been updated. The key to this apartment was the outdoor space. Amazing, just like I remember it. And I put a satellite dish. There it is. Oh my gosh. I did that. It's still here 25 years later. It's still there. How wild is that? Southwest exposure. Now let me take you to a very special part of the apartment. Wow, this is Michael's first room. I wonder if we got down to the bare the walls here would still be some of the water animals. I think he had octopuses and stuff like that. Such great memories here. All right, one last very important stop. My favorite place to sit, obviously, is in the seat next to Kelly every morning. But my second favorite place is a bench in New York City where my wife dedicated this one to me for my birthday.
Oh, your wife had to pay for it.
I've got my own park bench. I love this park. I love my bench, and I love the city. And after exploring some of it with me, I hope you do too.
I told you I loved you, but you never knew. I told you I loved you, but you never heard it. I told you I loved you, 'cause I met you, 'cause I met you. Maybe this one, I'm gonna just take a look at the ceiling. Yay! Hold on, tell me you won't love me, 'cause I met you.
Some of it with me, I hope you do too. That was nice, huh?
Brings back so many
So many
memories.
memories.
Oh my gosh. If you love watching our show from home, now's your chance to see it live and in person. You can check out all the stars. Be part of the show. And maybe even
get a blowjob from Kelly. Oh, the next one. Let's see the next rerun. Are they taking like a whole month off?
with Kelly and Mark now.
Modern men are just as likely as women to show their sensitive side.
Certain men are too sensitive.
Really?
They're right behind you.
Next live, Ryan Seacrest and Alfonso Ribeiro.
I love your dress. Oh, thanks. I splurged a little because Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance and I saved hundreds. That's great. I know, right? I've been telling everyone.
Let's see if they mention buddy games. Come on, man.
Take the breeze with free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest for 6 years. Free installation won't last long. Hurry. Call now. Call 866 for Feldco.
Here comes a super talented leading man. You know him from his roles in film and television. Now he's hosting the new action-packed reality competition series, Buddy Games. Please welcome back to the show, Josh DUHAMEL.
Am I going to regret doing that walkout here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty terrible.
Look at you, Josh.
Look at you
now.
Are you feeling so good because your Buccaneers beat my Vikings?
I am. I am. Really? Was not expected.
You know, I forgot about that until I realized I'm going on Mark and Kelly.
Yeah, that's correct.
And Mark's a Bucks fan.
That's right. And now you're going to
Now I have
suffer.
to deal with it.
But before we deal with your horrible loss, let's talk about your victories. You dropped some pretty big news the other day.
I did.
You want to share it with the rest of the audience?
Yeah, well, my wife and I are expecting a baby.
So, does Axel know?
He does know. He's excited. He's very excited.
Yeah, he's got to be thrilled.
I don't think he quite understands, that it's actually real. He will once he sees this little thing right in front of him.
Yes.
I think I'm probably the same.
He's 10 years old, right?
He's 10.
So that's a great age. Like, he's going to be prime Big Brother material.
Yes, I think it's going to be good for him because, he's been an only child up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's going to have some responsibility. He's excited. He's going to be a great older brother, too. He's a really sweet-natured kid who loves baby.
I think he's going to be... See, usually, if you have a baby and the kid's like, the older brother's 4, 5, 6, they're going to be very nice at first, like, hi, hi, hi. But then what happens is when the kid starts turning 1, 1.5, 2, starts walking and stuff, then the kid is now 6 or 7, they start getting a little jealous. I think when he's at 10, by the time the kid starts walking and stuff and he's 1 and 2, he's going to be like 12. And I don't think he's going to really have time to be jealous because he's going to be so, I think, he's going to be going through like puberty and all that stuff. He's going to be so focused on friends in junior high school, making friends, probably girls, doing all the cool stuff, watching the cool, doing the cool dance moves, watching this. I don't think he's going to care about the kid. But when the kid is 2 or 3 and the older brother's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that kid is still a little bit dependent on mom and dad. So now they're battling with the kid for time. Here, when Axel's going to be 12, he's not really going to hate or resent the little kid because they're not going to be battling for mom and dad's attention, or well, in this case, for dad's attention. They're not going to be battling for like dad's attention because he's going to be the little one is going to be at the age where they need dad's attention, and Axel's going to be at the age where he does not want dad's attention at all. So when the baby's getting all the attention, he's going to be like, thank God, yes, please go focus on the baby. Leave me alone. And it'll work out brilliantly. Instead of you guys giving the kid attention, the little one attention. And he's like, what about me? What about me? Hey, Dad, go play catch with me. Take me to the park. Let's go camping. Let's do this. Dad, what about me? At 12, he's going to be like, hey, what do you want to do? You'll be like, hey, Axel, you want to go play some catch? And he's like, what, Dad? I'm sorry. I think I hear the baby crying. Why don't you go tend to it? And you're like, what? And then you go like walk upstairs. And then when you come back down, he's gone. You go upstairs and he opens the door and runs. Like he's going to want his privacy right at the perfect time where all of your attention is going to need to go to the baby. So there's going to be no fighting. He's not going to resent the baby for taking away attention from him. So that's going to work out.
For him because, he's been an only child up to this point. Yeah. And now he's going to have some responsibility.
And I bet you when the kid's like in high school, like 16, 17, I bet you Axel's going to like end up buying him like weed and stuff. Be like, don't tell Dad.
Brother material.
Yes, I think it's going to be good for him because, he's been an only child up to this.
I would say booze, but weed is marijuana is the new booze in case
brother material.
Yes, I think it's going to be good for him because, he's been an only child.
Marijuana is the new booze in case you haven't gotten the memo.
Up to this point.
Yeah.
And now he's going to have some responsibility. He's excited. He's going to be a great older brother, too. He's a really sweet-natured kid who loves babies. So I think this is kind of perfect.
You got any names picked out?
I do, but I can't tell you.
Right.
Yeah.
Has Axel picked out any names?
Yeah. He likes Gary. He wants to name the baby Gary.
I like that name.
So considering you told us that, would it be wise to assume that you're not naming your kid Gary?
It's Gary. He wants to name the baby Gary.
I like that name. I like Gary. I think
if we have a dog, we'll name it Gary. But no, it's although yeah.
And you're celebrating your first wedding anniversary.
We just did on the 10th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How'd you celebrate?
Lots of exciting things happening over at the DUHAMEL house.
Yeah.
How are you two doing?
Oh my gosh, we'll ask the questions here, Josh.
You guys look better than you did back
when you were on All My Children. All the Botox and the bulimia is working out for both
of you.
We'll
name it Gary. But no, it's although yeah.
And you're celebrating your first wedding anniversary.
We just did on the 10th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How'd you celebrate?
How did I celebrate? I got my wife pregnant. We made a baby. That's how we celebrated.
How are you two doing?
Oh my gosh, we'll ask the questions here, Josh.
You guys look better than you did back, I don't know, when I first met you
25
years ago.
Well, look, it's a lot of doctors.
Well,
Wait a minute. You and your wife are both from North Dakota?
Yes.
How did, wait, there's only like 10 people up there.
There's 10.
You know what he did? He slid in her DMs. Something that if I did, I would get fucking like criticized for. I would get shamed. I would be viewed as a pervert. If me with my 600 followers slid into the DMs of the Miss South Dakota representative at the Miss America pageant, I would have probably gotten blocked. I probably would have gotten maybe reported, and I would have been looked at like a creepy, weirdo, stalker, pervert. But when someone on TV with lots of money does it, it's flattering. Aw, isn't that sweet? Some strange man wants to have sex with me and let me know with a bunch of fruits and vegetables, cartoons, animated images.
Wait a minute. You and your wife are both from North Dakota?
Yes.
How did, wait, there's only like 10 people up there.
There's 10. No, there's 11, including the cattle.
That's not
So
funny.
how did you meet?
So we met. I knew who she was because she'd done a bunch of pageants. She really won some pageants and stuff. And I always root for people who do really well for North Dakota. Because again, there's not very many of us, so I really root for them.
Yeah.
And so I talked to her a little bit through Instagram. Just hey, go buy some.
You slipped into her.
I didn't slip. I slid.
Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? No, if it was slipping, it was an accident. Slitting means I intentionally jammed my wiener inside of your taco. So just be honest. Let's just clean it. You're being too nice. Here's what you did. You're a celebrity. You're on TV. You're famous. You saw a hot girl on TV, and you said, I'm going to hit that. And you have the powers to do that. Yep. Naive girl in her 20s from North Dakota. You know exactly how to play that game. The high schooler, the 20-year-old, and you never left. You saw a hot girl. You figure we're both from North Dakota. I got a great pickup line. You could just say, "Hey, I just want to talk to you because we're both from North Dakota," and that's going to be the break-in of the ice. Because you just want to come up and be like, "Hey, I'm Josh DUHAMEL, famous actor. I saw you on TV. You looked wonderful. Congratulations. Hey, would you like to get some coffee?" But it's like, "Hey, I'm from North Dakota too. Did you ever go to Horse Mountain Bay or something like that? Or did you ever go to Mount Horsehead or whatever the hell? I don't even know. Mount Dirty Mud? Get out of here. Oh, did you go to this high school? I went to this high school. Let's do all that." That's what happened. You said, because if I did that, I would have gotten probably blocked or reported for being some weird stalker on the internet. But she gets to see you on TV. She's like, "Oh, isn't this sweet? This guy wants to take me out for coffee." That's what you saw. You saw a hot girl on TV and you pulled out your celebrity card and you used it to basically get a date. And you said, "I'm going to get her. And she probably can use me to advance her career." And that's what you did.
You slipped into her.
Mark, I didn't slip. I slid into her.
Right, sorry.
But I honestly didn't think it was. I mean, I'm a fair amount older than she is, so it wasn't even really on my mind. I was just mostly rooting her on, or at least that's what I was telling myself. And invited her over to a barbecue one weekend, and she came, and I was like, "Wow, you're beautiful." And she really loved kids because there's a bunch of kids at the barbecue.
And she looked at you. She thought you were a zaddy.
Yeah, check. We started dating, and then here we are, 5 years later with a baby on the way. She's a pretty amazing girl.
So when you invited her to the barbecue, she knew that you were asking her out on a date. See, that's the way you ask her on a date without asking her on a date, because you don't want to be the creepy old guy where she's like, "Ew, that's gross. You're old enough to be my dad." So how do you handle that? So you just say, "Hey, I'm having a barbecue. I know you're from South Dakota. If you'd like to come by and hang out, or if you just want to stop by, you know what I mean? I know you're Miss America. There's you say something like, my mom and my aunts are from South Dakota. They'd love to meet you." Don't make it about like, I want to meet you. Be like, my aunts are really big fans of yours, and make her feel like she's the famous person. I feel embarrassed asking you because you're such a big star, a local star, but you're a big star. You're a celebrity. My great aunt Doris wants to meet you. And then you just kind of keep on acting like you're just being a friendly South Dakotan. And then you kind of like, when's the move where you actually tried to like, you did a test. You did a test to find out whether you can get the cookie, or if she looked at you, whether you can get the cookie, or whether you could get the cookie, whether you could eat some pound cake, or if she was just going to, whether you can get a milkshake, get the cookie, eat some pound cake, or she was just going to drown you in some oatmeal. Like, what you had to do one move. There was one thing you had to do where you're thinking, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to say this certain way, and this will determine whether she thinks I'm just some old guy that's old enough to be her daddy, or she thinks of me as a zaddy. And you had to do something. You went up and you sat next to her at a picnic table, and you said, so tell me about like what it was like what do you do to prepare for that? And then you went, like you laughed at a bad joke of hers, or you touched her shoulder or something. And you did something. You had to do something. Unless you just came out and said, like, look, I know that I'm a little older than you, but are you interested in going out to dinner? Or, and if you think I'm like old, I understand. Did you just straight up say that? Come on, give us the dirt. You skipped a big part. I invited her over to a barbecue. That's the date. There's no way you just invited her to the barbecue just as a polite gesture to another professional, and you had zero intention of hitting on her. That's the date. And then all of a sudden at the barbecue, you realize, oh my God, she's pretty. Dude, you've seen her on TV. You probably looked at over 200 of her Instagram pictures. There's no way all of a sudden when she showed up, you're like, wow, this girl's beautiful. You knew she was beautiful. That's why you invited her to the barbecue. If you didn't think she was hot, if you thought she was unattractive, you would have never invited her to the barbecue. It's not like you're like, well, she's this, pageant girl, and, she's younger than me, and I don't like her at all. She's not even attractive. And then she shows up. It's like, wow, gosh, I've been looking at your Instagram and, slapping the baloney for a little bit, but I never thought you were good looking. And now in person, you're good looking. Now, all of a sudden, I see, no, bull crap. You invited her because you had a crush on her and you were going to make your move at that barbecue. You're a liar. Liar, liar, fuck my fire.
Yeah, check.
Liar, liar, dick on fire. Richard Nixon. His nickname was Dick Nixon.
Dating, and and then here we are, 5 years later with a baby on the way. She's a pretty amazing girl. She really is.
Josh.
Of course you're going to say that. What are you going to say? She's a pain in the ass?
Listening to you tell it, you were maybe potential.
Dude, she's your fucking wife. She's like 25 years younger than you. You're going to have a baby with her, and you've been married to her for 1 year. What are you going to say? She's really, really fucking annoying, but she's got big tits and swallows.
When you brought her to the barbecue, maybe thinking, like, looking for a wife. You were saying, oh, she likes kids, I like kids. Maybe you were wifing her.
I think sometimes when you're looking for it, you don't find it, but when it happens when you're least expecting it, and that's kind of the case with us.
That's right.
She just sort of like smacked me upside the head when she walked in the room. I'm like, whoa,
yeah.
I can't. No. Well, maybe I can. Yeah, maybe I can. So it was a real slow sort of burn. When you were talking when you were exchanging DMs, when you guys go back and forth at least 3 times, she's obviously interested. I mean, like, is she asking you about business opportunities? Because if you're in the DMs and she's telling you she likes kids, she's basically saying, look, if you're trying to fuck me and date me and you want to marry me, I want children. So you better. So if you're not interested in being a 60-year-old dad or being 77 and going to your kid's high school graduation, or being in your 70s at your kid's high school graduation, don't even bother with me, because I'm not that girl that's going to just fuck a celebrity. You know what I mean? So if this is a move, I'm letting you know right up front. Oh, look, here's a picture of me and my nephew. And my nephews. I love kids. You know what I mean? I can't wait to be a mom someday. So it was a real slow sort of burn. We started dating, went on a few dates, and then it slowly turned into
fucking. It turned into fucking. That's what happens. It went on a few dates, and then all of a sudden we ended up fucking, and it turned very sexual. And then I realized, oh shit, I'm gonna have to be an old dad.
It slowly it turned into a beautiful thing.
Awesome.
In the new series Buddy Games, you're the host, you're the creator, you're the executive producer. You must be drunk with power right now.
Oh, man.
Explain to us how the show works.
Well, first of all, I can't even believe I'm sitting here right now promoting this stupid thing that my buddies and I have done forever.
So this is like
something
you
you did.
and your friends.
We've been doing this since early 90s, maybe even the 80s, some version of it. And then in 2005 or 6, Bob, we call him the Bob Father, Schwartz, is the guy who kind of really sort of, we call him Buddy Glue. He's the guy that sort of kept us all together and organized this thing. And every third weekend of August, every single year, we get together and do the Buddy Games. And it's become a real tradition, you know. And we have this idea to you know, because we know that people in all over the world do some version of
Sure.
this. You've all got groups of friends.
Yep.
You probably play some kind of a game together in the backyard, and this is kind of what that is. It's your buddies competing against other buddies.
What are some of the games? Like mental, physical?
Well, I think that's the beauty of it is it's not just, you know, a super ninja competition or how long you can starve yourself or what. It's real groups of friends, normal people who still have that competitive fire, who already do something like this anyway. And so some of them are mental. And the better you know each other, the better you'll probably do.
Some of the contestants are mental. You can't say that, Josh. You're going to get canceled, just like your game show, your stupid game
competitive
show.
Fire who already do something like this anyway. And so some of them are mental. And the better you know each other, the better you'll probably do. So one of my prerequisites was to make sure that these guys really, really knew each other. Because if the better they knew each other, the more ride or die they were, the more history they had, the better they were going to do in the competition. And it turned out to be true.
Well, we look forward to watching it. Thanks for being here.
Tomorrow on Live, Alfonso Rivera.
Tiffani, are you pregnant with Josh DUHAMEL's child as well? Oh, look, now she's wearing the Eagles thing from when she did the dance.
911, what's your emergency?
911, new tonight on ABC.
All right, her famous face has been on TV for over 35 years. Can't believe I just said that statement. Please welcome back to the show, Tiffani Thiessen.
How's the family? Everybody's so good, and I can't believe you just said 35 years.
I know, I was like 35 years. That can't
when
be
you
right.
say that, sometimes you're like, whoa.
Yes,
yeah, a little bit.
So now you have what I consider to be a dream situation going on. In addition to your beautiful husband, your beautiful children, you have 4 dogs and chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
Fresh eggs? Fresh eggs?
Fresh eggs every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Explain to me about the maintenance of the chickens.
Oh, well, we're rich. We just pay someone.
Be a dream situation going on. In addition to your beautiful husband, your beautiful children, you have 4 dogs and chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
Fresh eggs? Fresh eggs?
Fresh eggs every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day, just like me. My chickens lay eggs only once a month, just like me.
You have what I consider to be a
Sometimes
dream
their eggs
situation
bleed.
going on. In addition to your beautiful husband,
And sometimes their eggs have blood in them, and we have to toss them in the.
your beautiful children, you have.
We have 10 chickens, and just like me, they only lay eggs once a month. And sometimes their eggs bleed, and we have to suck them up with a vacuum cleaner.
4 dogs and chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
10
Jesus
chickens.
fucking Christ.
In addition to your beautiful husband, your beautiful children, you have 4 dogs and chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
10 chickens.
Fresh
Yes.
eggs? Fresh
Yes.
eggs?
Fresh eggs every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Explain to me about the maintenance of the chickens, what the chickens are like.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the chickens are quite easy. I would have 100 of them, and they're a lot easier than children and a husband some days. Just gonna say that.
I want chickens. Mark
You do?
is- Yes, Mark
Okay.
is.
You're against it?
Yes.
Well, we live in the city.
Yeah, yeah. I would say that might be a little difficult. It
Yes.
depends on,
It can be done, but it's
Do
just
people
not.
do like rooftops up there?
That's like a Brooklyn thing.
Yeah, but you showed that apartment. You showed your first apartment on 60th Street, and you said the key to this apartment is the outdoor space. All that outdoor space, you could have easily fit in 4 chickens and gotten yourselves eggs for the 2 of you and your young son. Very easily. Probably only 2 chickens is all you probably would have needed. I would say if you guys eat eggs every day, you probably would have needed at least 2 chickens. You probably would have needed like at least 2 chickens. You probably would have needed at least 4 chickens. But if you ate eggs every day and then also like used eggs for like baking a lot, then you might need like 10 chickens. But if then if you have extras, you just sell them to your neighbors. But if you just ate chickens, like if you just ate eggs like a couple days a week, and you weren't really a baker, you just need 1 chicken. I would say 2 because I think you should have a companion. So you could have had 2 chickens on there. You could have had a little stable with chickens and hay, and they could lay eggs. And you could have. You're full of shit, Mark. Is what you are. I watch you a lot. You're a liar.
It can be done, but it's just
people
not.
do like rooftops up there?
That's like a Brooklyn thing.
It's a Brooklyn
That's
thing.
like a
Or
weird
Jersey
Brooklyn
thing. Or, yeah.
No, it's not a weird Brooklyn thing.
They make their own
See the
tea.
nighttime conversations in my head right here. Yes.
You also do something Mark loves.
Oh, I know what you do.
Oh, you suck dick, right? I love doing that too, especially when I'm wearing my red dress. That's why I'm dressed like a matador.
Also do something Mark loves.
Oh, I know what you do.
Suck cock, right? Suck cock, yes.
Obsessed.
Me too.
Obsessed.
When did you start?
Well, I've been doing it off and on for about 5 years, but I got really religious about it.
When I was doing Saved by the Bell, and Dennis Haskins started taking me out on dates.
Up to the tub, like you think, okay, this is gonna really be,
Yeah.
And then you get in, it's like amazing.
Well, it's funny. I think
This is an ABC
What the
News
fuck is
special
going on?
report.
What is this shit?
Good morning, I'm Diana Macedo.
Oh
We're
my
coming on the
God.
air because we have breaking news. O.J.
Holy
Simpson
shit.
has died. His family says Simpson died yesterday, saying he succumbed to his battle with cancer, surrounded by his children and grandchildren. It was revealed in February that Simpson was battling prostate cancer, but he
It was?
refuted rumors at the time that he was in hospice care. ABC News audio reporter Alex Stone joins me now on the phone. Alex, what do we know at this point?
Well, fuck my dick.
Well, Diane, his family, as you mentioned, says that he died yesterday. We believe in Las Vegas, where he had been living. It was only a couple of weeks ago where he had refuted the claims that he was in hospice care right around the Super Bowl. Word had come out that he may have been in hospice care, and he
What a
put out a
surprise.
video on X saying that he was fine, looking like he was
What a surprise. O.J. Simpson lied.
going to go golfing. His impact on Southern California and really the world cannot be overstated. Going back to his time in the NFL and at USC and then the NFL, then the infamous trial in the 90s for the double murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. He was acquitted of that. There were a number of years where he was in and out of the headlines. And then we covered for a number of months the hotel room armed robbery case in Las Vegas. He ended up going to prison for that, got out, had been living in Las Vegas. His family now saying on X that he has died, Diane.
Alex, he became such a national focal point during that trial for the murders of his wife and his ex-wife at the time and her friend. What legacy does O.J. Simpson leave behind now so many years later?
Well, I think that depending on how one looks at O.J. Simpson, that there is the football part of it, the star that he was, the Hertz commercials running through the airport. He was the biggest of the big star before that trial. And then the shock of the trial. There are many Americans who will always believe that he committed that double murder, others who believe that he did not. You remember the lines that came out of that? If it does not fit, you must acquit. The impact of that trial, for those who were not alive during that time or not old enough to remember it, was incredible. The whole world watching that trial during that time, the whole world watching TV and listening to the radio, waiting for that verdict to come down. And then when it came down, much of America did not agree with it. And then he was sometimes almost comically in and out of the headlines over many years. And then to get in trouble again in Las Vegas, to get back his own memorabilia, he got into the memorabilia trade and selling his items over many years, and then went into retirement, always claiming he was looking for the real killers of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. There were always those who were saying he wasn't doing enough to do that, if he really was not involved in the murders. But he then went into retirement in Florida and Nevada and had been relatively quiet over the last couple of years.
All right. Alex Stone, thank you. And again, we have breaking news that O.J. Simpson has died. His family says he succumbed to his battle with prostate cancer. O.J. Simpson was 76 years old. And we're going to return you now to your regular programming. For those of you in the West, that's Good Morning America. Our coverage continues on ABC News Live and abcnews.com. And we will have the very latest on world news tonight. I'm Diane Macedo in New York. Have a good rest of the day.
This has been a special report from ABC News. Stalkers for Beggin, and try new Beggin flavor sticks.
After cooking a delicious Knorr chicken cheddar broccoli recipe, you'll want to close your
You
delivery.
notice how they said on the West Coast that's GMA, but they didn't say on the East Coast and in the Central Time Zone that's Live with Kelly and Mark. They just said if you're on the West Coast, it's GMA. And back to you. That's it. They're not even mentioning it. They're like, we're embarrassed. We're not going to plug Kelly and Mark. We're not going to tell everyone on the West Coast that the East Coast is watching Live with Kelly and Mark. We don't want you to. We don't want the East Coast to be fucking basically be bullied.
Everybody ready? It's time to play!
The thrill of victory.
Oh, Mark, I really want to tell you that you're wrong. But you're not.
The agony of defeat.
You are wrong, Mark.
You are wrong, Mark. I hear that at home all the time. Win or lose.
I think today is your 30th birthday.
That is false.
It's how you play the game.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
Speak your truth.
Hey, Mark, you know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be my ugly Christmas sweater.
Shoot your shot. Shots fired. Go for the glory.
Well played.
Stop Mark.
Never gets old.
For details, go to livewithkellyandmark.com. That was incredible.
Yeah, it wasn't incredible. You know what's incredible? Lola bouncing on a trampoline.
True.
Speak your truth.
Hey, Mark, you know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be my ugly Christmas sweater.
Shoot your shot. Shots fired. Go for the glory.
Well played.
Stop Mark.
Never gets old.
For details, go to livewithkellyandmark.com. That was incredible.
We're back with Tiffani Thiessen. Her second book, Here We Go Again, is out today.
Oh, I missed the shots fired. I guess we're just gonna have to miss the Tiffany. I'm not gonna record the later version. Let's see. When I was 11 years old, I was in 7th grade and played tackle football for the Rams, and I was number 72 after refrigerator pairing.
Need more coverage? Schultz Sun and Shade Grass Mix covers.
All the time.
Win or lose.
I think today is your 30th birthday.
That is false.
It's how you play the game.
Oh, that's not true. That's not true.
Speak your truth.
Mark, you know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be my ugly Christmas sweater.
Shoot your shot. Shots fired. Go for the glory.
Well played.
Stop.
Oh, she said I'm gonna knit some sleeves on it, some longer sleeves, and wear it for my ugliest Christmas sweater. Ugly Christmas sweater was the comment.
Mark, you know what I'm going to do with your shirt? I'm going to knit some sleeves, and it's going to be my ugly Christmas sweater.
Shoot your shot. Shots fired.
Here we go again, here we go again, eating the same stuff we ate Monday and Tuesday. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Tiffani Thiessen, her second book, Here We Go Again, is out today. Today. Happy Pub Day. Have you always been a foodie? Were you somebody that
I feel like I have always been
Uh-huh.
a foodie. I was a little girl, always wanting to be with the big women in my family, you know, who were always in the kitchen cooking, and it just always looked like fun. And then I became, someone who would love to travel and try other cuisines and all of that. So yes.
When I get a cookbook, I
love a cookbook.
I love a cookbook.
I
I
do
read
too. I'm
cookbooks
obsessed. I read them
literature.
too.
Yeah, but I don't make anything, so I just read them. And I was like, this looks so nice.
I'm going to make this.
The photos are so
Thank you.
fabulous.
Well, it's
in
a
your
little
book.
love letter to
Yes.
my childhood. I mean,
Yeah.
the 70s and 80s, were, I think, some of the best decades.
They were.
These your kids?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, it's so funny because you look at that, and when you do a book, you shoot it so long ago. It takes forever to get a book. My kids don't even look like that anymore.
Right.
I'm like, it's so sweet, but they don't look like that anymore. But yeah, no, it was a book, really a passion project of mine, a little love letter to my childhood and to my mom, who was really the queen of leftovers.
Yeah, the book focuses on leftovers.
It's
which I
all
think is
about
brilliant.
leftovers, and I really try to instill in my children about food waste, how important it is. I mean, 40% of food gets wasted, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. I used to tell my child, I was like, it's like mommy going to the grocery store and getting 5 bags of groceries and throwing 2 of them away.
Right.
And my son was like, well, why would you do that, Mom? And I'm like, you're right.
What happened?
Yes.
So I really wanted to be kind of creative and showing people how they can repurpose and use probably what they already have in their fridge and their pantry. It also helps with budget. I mean, food is so expensive right now.
I was telling Tiffani, this is the perfect book for college kids.
I didn't even think about
because
that. But it's
college
funny.
kids really are like the kings and queens of food waste.
Yeah.
They have leftovers that they leave rotting in their fridge until the mom shows up and cleans out the room on the last day.
Well, it's funny because my husband doesn't like leftovers either.
Right.
It's a whole conversation.
Yeah, I'm not a big.
What is wrong with you?
I'm like a day and a half max. That
He
I
doesn't
start
want to see
staring
it
at
again.
it.
So I have the challenge of literally recreating a recipe, and he has no idea that it's from chicken from the night before.
Tell us the secret to the chocolate cake.
Oh,
your chocolate cake. Yeah.
A potato, a baked potato.
A baked potato.
A baked potato.
You just hide it in there, and whoever finds the potato wins.
It's actually it was really a fun recipe to test because it literally has a baked potato in it, and it makes the densest, most creamiest chocolate cake ever.
I wouldn't even think of that.
Amazing.
Yes, it's amazing.
So you take your leftover
baked potato,
and put it in.
Yes.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Thank you, Tiffani.
Thanks for having me.
And we're gonna do ice pumps together. All right. Tiffani and the cookbook. Here we go again. Is available now. Stick around.
Stay social with us. Follow.
I got a problem with that. Who has a leftover baked potato in their fridge? I mean, think about it. Having leftover like meat, like something like a brisket or a roast, that makes sense. You buy a 2-pound roast, you make the 2-pound roast. You're not really going to cut a raw roast in half. And I mean, you could, but usually you're not going to cut off like a little section of raw meat and then cook it and cook the rest, right? If not, you would just buy an individual size of meat, unless you do want to buy a big roast and then section it off and buy in bulk and then you section it off into portions. But if you buy like a roast or something, you have a bunch of meat, you cook it, you eat it, and you have leftovers. A potato, though, like mashed potatoes, sure, you might make like mashed potatoes. Maybe 3 is not enough, 4 is too many. But a baked potato, if I say I'm going to have steak and a baked potato, I'm going to cook my steak and I'm going to take 1 potato and put it in the oven and make a baked potato. I never say to myself, you know what, I'm going to have a steak and a baked potato, but I'm going to put 3 potatoes in the oven just in case I just feel like eating more than 1. And then I say, oh, you know what, I'm full after 1 baked potato. What am I going to do with these other 2 baked potatoes I made? No, I make 1 baked potato and I eat it. It's ready to go. It's like an individual sized baked potato. You know what I mean? Are you buying like 10-pound baked potatoes where you have to bake 1 and then there's leftover? Who makes a baked potato and then eats half of it and says, I have leftover baked potato? Well, you just said the cake recipe calls for 1 baked potato. So if you have if you make 1 baked potato and you only eat half of it and you have a leftover, that's not going to work for the cake recipe because you need a whole one. So you're just going to have to bake a whole new potato from scratch, which technically doesn't make it a leftover. No one says I'm going to have a baked potato for dinner and then makes 5 baked potatoes and ends up with leftovers. If you're a family of 4, she has a husband and 2 kids. If they're going to have 4 baked potatoes, she makes 4 baked potatoes for 4 people. She doesn't make 7 for 4 people in case they want extras. No one has extra baked potato. No one says, you know what, I'm going to have a second baked potato. Everyone has a second piece of cake, a second helping of meat. You know what I mean? Maybe mashed potatoes, but a baked potato is very individual. So you're not going to have no one ever finds themselves with a leftover baked potato in the fridge. Now, maybe I guess if you cook 4 baked potatoes and your kid says, I don't want this, then I understand. But at that point, you should be asking your kid, hey, do you want a baked potato for dinner? And they'll say no. Don't just make one and assume your kid wants it, or don't ask them and then they say, no, I don't want a baked potato. You say, too bad, I'm making one anyway. You're going to eat it, and then they don't eat it. And now you're stuck with it. That just doesn't make sense. No one has leftover baked potatoes just laying around. So that's my beef with you. Not my potato with you. That's my beef with you. And that beef is small potatoes.
I'm doing it.
Thank you, Tiffani.
Thanks for having me.
And we're going to do ice clones together. All right. Tiffani. Here we go again. Is the devil now? Stick around.
Stay social with us. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. See all your favorite moments and anything you might have missed.
Closed captioning brought to you by Joaquin Phoenix and his love of cows.
Address.
On the show, a new up-and-coming starlet on the scene, Ryan Seacrest will.
Have a great day.
Because he's a little girl. There you go. Kelly just gave a little bit of insight to his truth. She loves calling him a starlet because he's a little fairy princess.
Ryan Seacrest, Alfonso Ribeiro, and the performance by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Oh my God. I could see Daniel come. I gotta do one of these now, stupid effers. Oh my God.
up-and-coming starlet on the scene, Ryan Seacrest.
Have a great day.
All right, bye-bye. Thanks for watching all these reruns. Going back to like 7 months ago for these goddamn interviews. I wonder if they're getting canceled.
91510. You can be randomly called and ask a trivia question about a previous show.
Good morning.
Answer correctly and you could be a winner. So what are you waiting for? Enter live travel trivia game today.
Now we start that session.
Hey, don't forget, tomorrow on the show, a new up-and-coming starlet on the scene, Ryan Seacrest.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Tomorrow live, Ryan Seacrest, Alfonso Rivera, and the performance by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Whoa. Relax. What's going on? Relax.
Weeks. Here.
Seven Eyewitness News.
If you must acquit.
Splash of pineapple and fresh lime. It's where fire meets flavor. Chipotle's Chicken Al Pastor.
On ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 4.
She's a dog abuser.
The View starts live right now. Bridging the gap as Biden's poll numbers jump. His former chief of staff warns he's in danger of burning a bridge with everyday Americans. Is his rival giving voters what they're hungry for?
Let me give you a
Tradwife life. The growing trend of young women who find it liberating to be a stay-at-home housewife. Are they romanticizing the past? Then, Emmy-winning actor and comedian Wayne Brady is live to talk about taking audiences back to Oz.
10 to 50% of the world that act like this. And it's only 10 to 50%. There's like 10% versus 90%.
HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own, but for others, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Welcome.
Now, as the
All right. So now we got this. Now I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. If you don't, I don't care. More reruns coming up tomorrow with old interviews from Ryan Seacrest and the ball game. I'm pretty sure I already have this one too. I might just not even record that one because I think I have that on all my platforms anyways, like you care. I'll see you later. Hey, Merry Christmas, Tiffani Thiessen. Thank you for taking my V card.